in the early, what we call the peanut butter days, I honestly, and I'm not even creating urban myth here. I would be lucky to walk away with $50 a week, when we were playing, those, and pooling our money together and going into the grocery store and buying food together so that we could all eat macaroni and cheese and stuff like that, right? But it never ever felt like work. We loved being in a band. We aspired to one day maybe have a record deal or tour in bigger venues and everything. But as you said, we um, never really felt like work, right? So all these years later, and when you're doing something that you love, and doesn't feel like work, and you actually can make a living, whether you're an athlete or a journalist or a painter or a musician, it's a pretty great place to be. And at our age too, you hopefully have learned a lot and made some mistakes and made some right moves. But I, like yourself, feel very comfortable at this point in my life. I know my mission. I know the people that I want to work with. I can see a problem coming 10 miles down the road and try to go, oh, I've seen this movie before. I got to go
Yeah.
turn left and turn to right. But the last thing I'll tell you about this question is, my friend and manager of Rush, Ray Daniels, he was the founder of Anthem Records, and he was also my manager in Coney Hatch. And we've remained really good friends to this day. We're big hockey fans. We share that love. But he said something really interesting to me once, and he was poking fun at me, and he said, Curran, you're like a rock and roll cockroach, man. Like every time people think you're down and out, you crawl back underneath from the floorboards, and there you are crawling along the ground again. And you have another manager and another record deal and another publishing deal and another lawyer. He said, I don't know anybody who's managed to roll with the punches like that. But he said, the cool thing is, and I'll give you this piece of advice, your career is never, oh, it is, when it's over, Andy? When you stop getting opportunities.
Wow.
And so, my answer to that was, well, I try to create those opportunities. I don't sit and wait at home for the phone to ring. If I feel like writing a new record and working on a new project, dude, all bets are off, man. I'm in the studio. I'm working on it. Don't know if somebody's going to love it. Don't know if I'm going to have a home or anything like that. But it's part of my fabric. It's part of my DNA. I'm talking to you from my man cave right now. So when Envy of Nuns started, everybody said to me, Andy, where the hell did that material come from? All those 12 to 14 years that I worked with SRO and Anthem and their label, and I was not performing. I was in my studio documenting, writing, 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 putting it away for a rainy day. And Kim Mitchell was the first guy to give me that advice back in 1982 on the debut record. The secret to longevity and being successful is get the idea out of your head, get it on tape, and put it away for a rainy day, and then keep going, build up your library, right? So I never forgot that, John. I never forgot that. um, it's part of me to create, and I love doing it. And if nobody ever hears it, I got some fun demos to listen to at home.
Yeah.